Nioh, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, I am pretty, confident. Oh my god, not confident in my skill in the game. Now watch how that happened, and watch how the rest of the gameplay goes. But with everything that's popping off in Boruto, um, it's getting interesting just in the grammar scheme of Boruto finally getting to see just what it looks like on his side of stuff. Not only the way he treats others or like how he could have been treating others, and the complete and utter fact that there's no reason why, people could have forgave him at times. He could be in a position where he's still not even allowed to be a ninja. So to think that he went from in this episode like completely hating this kid or at least not wanting to teach him and be his friend. He's like, you think we're friends, bro? Like, come on. um all of these things, and yet it was like looking into a mirror because of how similar they were, both wanting to be noticed by their fathers that are very high prestigious people. But the problem with it is uh, they want to be noticed and they were going about it way differently. For instance, Boruto's way was way seemingly worse than the kid who, sure, he's buying whatever he wants whenever he wants, like the cards, for instance. But at least he wasn't like vandalizing and, making it clear that even though he's Boruto's, the Hokage's son, that he was still like a troublemaker. So this kid buys everything, and he was getting out of control, and he's spoiled. But um, there's it's a whole different way of just looking at how Boruto could have, ended up. And we got to remember in the movie, like he was buying new clothes or whatever, and he didn't really care to wear the same like dirty outfit or something along those lines until he finally understood just why his father had such a fond like feeling of one type of clothes that he kept it all this time as a kid, so, or from a kid to an adult. Why do you have this thing if you can't even fit it? Should have thrown it out, blah blah blah. um, so you start to get this feeling of like honest hope. Like there's a little bit of hope in this kid yet that he might actually become a little bit better than a lot of people A are predicting him to be, and B, him just as like a character in the series as a whole has a chance to get better when the character is actually watchable and people are looking forward to his growth, which I think they're doing a lot better job of it uh, ever since episode one till now, or I should say the movie until now. They're doing a lot better job comparative. But anyways, with everything popping off and this kid wanting to be a ninja, like all kids want to, um, but his reasoning for wanting to be a ninja was completely different than just I want to be a ninja so I can be strong and protect people, and that's what ninjas do. It was, oh, my father likes ninjas and he talks a lot about you guys, so if I become one of you, he has to talk about me too, or at least think I'm amazing, including if I'm strong enough to be on the card, which it's so funny to me how much of a clone he is of Boruto's, because this is just how like the child mind perfectly works. Is whenever they start getting inspired or they start to get to look up to somebody else older, they always usually start to just copy or follow along, which is why a lot of influencers or a lot of people who can do wrong, and even though they did wrong, the younger people who only see them for the good things they've done can't see them in a bad light. So it's really interesting to see how this will play out because he knows Boruto for his good and his bad, and Boruto didn't hide that away from him. He straight up told him, that he cheated or not. He didn't clearly say like what he did, but he did explain that he was banned, and to be banned as a ninja and to be working as hard as he is now, why and how, should be on that kid's mind. But we'll see if he gets in any more deeper questions. I'm guessing they probably did it off screen because after he knew about this, they pretty much still spent like a good amount of time together. So I don't know. I'm interested in seeing where all this is going because as of now, I really do hope the show can continue to push forward and give us like big plots that actually do something for the story itself instead of just being something that only and truly relates to the manga, to the anime, and it can't go any further or change anything that the manga might not have in it or change. So it's a weird situation, but I do hope it all plays out well because with seeing what happened to the butler this week, I thought that was pretty messed up, and I'm pretty sure um, it's obvious when we're getting this like narrative in the preview episode. It's like the butler's voice, but we know it can't be the butler at this point just because of what happened at the end. So I like where things are going. Boruto is getting interesting yet again, but at the same time, I'm still optimistic, and I'm not like, oh my god, since it's manga stuff, it's gonna be amazing. Like, nah, like it could still be not the best. So we'll see how all this turns out. I'll give it my honest opinion, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So with all that being said, take care and peace.